Hopefully this works. We should be live from the Master and Apprentice YouTube channel. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Me again. Athens should be back next week. Yeah, okay. Athens should be back next week, so we will get him back. I'm gonna try to be quick. I'm a little bit of a crunch time. You probably even hear the kid in the back screaming. Got places to be, so we're gonna do a quick stream. But there's a decent amount of stuff to talk about. I even want to watch a trailer with you guys. You know what? We might as well start with that. Actually, no. Before we do that, we'll get right into Marvel. Before we get into the trailer for Fantastic Four, they dropped a brand new trailer that has a lot more stuff in it. I want to talk about Daredevil that just finished. I recorded the review of it yesterday, so the review should hopefully be out tomorrow. You know, barring any other updated news or anything like that needs to come out first. So yeah, we'll have a little bit more of a breakdown, but in general, I don't want to say Daredevil Born Again was a failure. It was definitely a failure bringing in the views, right? It didn't really attract a lot of views, at least not yet what we've seen. There could be more reports coming out, and there probably will be. But in general, this wasn't like, any of these big shows like The Boys, right? Or even like Invincible. Invincible tracked better than this show did. So we'll see how the finale and all of that tracks. But in general, it was mediocre, right? I said in my review, it's, I think, top 3, worst case, top 5 Disney Plus show. It's not terrible. It does decent at the beginning and the end. Most Disney Plus shows do good at the beginning, so that you can't give it too much. The end was pretty good, though. The end, I think, did a good job of getting you excited for season 2. The middle was really where it dragged. It felt like a show called Daredevil without much Daredevil, unfortunately, right? That's kind of what this show was. So, yeah. That's an unfortunate part of it. But in general, it wasn't a terrible show. I think season 2 will probably be better, but season 1 just wasn't it. I don't know. It definitely can be better. And I mentioned in the review, this TV show had a creative overhaul kind of like throughout the process of it being created. And so you can definitely tell it's not seamless, right? Like, or maybe I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, you can definitely tell there's some pretty big cuts and edits, and like just story-wise, like it doesn't feel completely flat and congruent, right? And I think season 2 will be better at that, obviously. And, I think once you have the creative mind all in focus, right, instead of like an overhaul in the middle of production of season 1, season 2, they're already working on that now. I think that will also help, right? Because you could definitely tell season 1 was kind of all over the place. So that will also help. And I mentioned season 1, I think, did a good enough job for setting up season 2 that I'm actually pretty excited for, all things being said. I think a decent amount of other fans are too. So that's it. It's, honestly, I don't want to say it's a huge letdown, because I feel like it's kind of on par with every other Disney Plus project at this point. So, which is not a good thing either, right? Most Disney Plus projects aren't that good. So, yeah. With all that being said, I do want to get into this trailer. Let me click it up real quick. Yeah, new Fantastic Four trailer came out. It's pretty good.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up.
One second. It says I have audio somewhere else. I don't know why. There you go. Should be better.
To space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
We will protect you.
So yeah, I mean, new Fantastic Four trailer. It shows some pretty cool new shots that I think look really good. You know, if you're in like the rumor mill at all, you kind of know a bunch of this stuff that we're expecting to see and that kind of stuff. I think it looks really good. I think they'll. I don't know. I've been really excited for Thunderbolts, almost more than Fantastic Four. But this trailer, I gotta admit, is pretty hype. And it looks like for most people, it's reciprocating. Like they really enjoy the trailer and are excited for this. So I'm really excited for it as well. For those who don't know, Norrin Rad is usually the character who's Silver Surfer. That was obviously a female, so that's not Norrin Rad, like the one we see in the 2006 Fantastic Four, or I don't remember what year it came out, but the older Fantastic Four that Fox made. This is Shala Ball or something like that. She's a female character, so she is prevalent. It's not like a gender swap or anything like that. So for anyone who was wondering about that character, and yeah, there's so many. This one movie, it looks like it's gonna try to open up with a certain vibe, like, you know, very positive, family friendly, then like kind of turn into like not necessarily darker, but I guess without lack of better words, a darker movie, right? Like it not all seems as is kind of a movie, and those are always really exciting. And Marvel's always done, I feel like, a pretty good job of like, you know, opening up to different genres. And like this looks like it's gonna be a real cool science fiction, right, kind of movie. So, and that's what Fantastic Four always have been in comics. So it'd be cool to see that on the big screen, done by Marvel, right? So I'm excited for it. Let me know what you guys think. Star Wars, there's really not a lot going on. We have, I think I talked about the video game last week, Zero something, what was it called? Zero Company. Turn-based RTS, I think it was titled or something like that. That's going to be, a trailer should be coming out this weekend, like this Saturday, the 19th. I think Star Wars Celebration is this weekend, actually. It's either this one or next. But anyways, a bunch of Star Wars news should be coming out pretty soon. So we should be getting more. Obviously, Andor Season 2 is coming out, I think, Tuesday, 22nd, I believe. So yeah, Tuesday. So that's also really exciting. And then Sean Levy's Star Wars movie, we had heard that supposedly not that far out from like starting production, and we're starting to hear a lot more of like actors and actresses getting cast for this movie. at least in the rumor mill we have been. So that's pretty good sign. Like, yeah, they're getting ready to start prepping for production, right? If they're starting to get, the cast set, that's a pretty good idea. Story wise, they have a pretty, not necessarily set, but pretty good idea of what they want, what to expect. So that's a good update for Sean Levy's movie. And then that's really it for Star Wars. The only other mentionable thing is during an interview, I think it was for preparation for Andor Season 2, Tony Gilroy mentioned that Star Wars is looking at creating some sort of horror story, which I had heard for years fans saying they'd like that idea. But me personally, I'm so sick of these elevated stories from Star Wars. I just want classic feel good Star Wars, hopeful Star Wars, like Clone Wars, or the original 6 films. Even the last 3, the sequels, I think did a good job of that too. You can have elements of horror and other elements from other genres of movies, but Star Wars itself has a certain feel and vibe that I feel has been missing since Mandalorian Season 2, which has it been 5 years, 3 years? I don't know. It's been a minute since we've gotten anything like that, and that's kind of what I want to feel and see. It's not what we have, at least not anytime soon, especially with Andor Season 2 coming out. So, I don't know. That's a thing that I wanted to get out there. I want to know what other fans thought about a horror Star Wars project, because Star Wars always kind of had horror elements. I mean, Revenge of the Sith has some of that stuff, right? Anakin gets chopped limb from limb. He murders children. There's some scary stuff in Star Wars. I'm not saying it's not prevalent, but a whole story based on that kind of genre, I don't know, right? I mean, George Lucas had always said Star Wars is for kids. So it would just kind of feel dishonorable and a disservice to the Star Wars franchise. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to make a good story in that genre. 3-Pick Boss, which is Afton, in the chat saying, love the look of the trailer. The wow, that was good word. Silver Surfer looks great in this, and all the effects, CGI with the Fantastic Four especially. The thing looks great. Can't wait to see this. I gotta say, the thing looks amazing. I don't know if it was just the production, but maybe the first trailer even, I thought the thing looked a little bit fake in some scenes. This trailer put a whole new light on. I don't know if they fixed the lighting, if they fixed maybe some CGI or special effects, whatever it was, but the thing in every scene in this trailer looked really good. Even the shots where it's close up, I thought he looked really good. All the characters looked really good, and we finally got to see Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, use some of his stretchy power. It's only for a scene in the trailer. It looks good. It doesn't look terrible, because sometimes the stretchiness for Reed Richards in previous Fantastic Four films looked a little cheesy. So far, it looks so good. Another comment says, Star Wars horror story better be Ewok Hunt. Those teddy bears are more scary than people admit. There's definitely potential for horror Star Wars projects. I just, even the Ewoks, yeah, there's some scary parts to them, which people make jokes about, but the Ewoks were literally teddy bears George Lucas created to be merchandisable to children, right? There's always supposed to be that light felt hopeful element. Even though there are scary elements, you have the other part, the hopeful, always the light at the end of the tunnel. That's Star Wars is, in a nutshell. It's yeah, there's some bad things, right? But there's always the hope at the end of the tunnel, right? There's always the light. And if they completely snuff that out, again, it would kind of feel dishonorable to George Lucas in the story of Star Wars. That's just how I personally feel. So, yeah, if that's it for the comments, unless I'll give a second to anyone else who's got anything. That's really it for me. There's not a lot of other news, DC-wise. Superman is coming out this summer as well, but there's not been a new trailer since the last one that dropped around CinemaCon. So, there's no news on Star Wars or anything like that either. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun time to be a fan right now. We do have Lego Star Wars, bunch of news. I've already made videos on that, so go check those out. I get excited for the May 4th. Even though Star Wars has been tough to be a fan of recently in the last couple years, May 4th is a holiday in my household, and it seems like it's always going to be. And I'm glad Lego Star Wars, Fortnite, all these companies, they expressed that, yeah, May the 4th is a special time we can appreciate Star Wars in the franchise, because it is a touching story, it is a touching franchise, and yeah, and I think it's important that if you are a fan of that, and if you're someone who's been touched by that story, and if you're someone who's been touched by Star Wars and George Lucas in general, it's a good time to appreciate all of the fun parts of Star Wars and appreciate all of it and buy some cool Star Wars stuff, right? So I'm really excited for May 4th. I know it's a couple weeks out, but we're getting some stuff for May 4th, right? Like promotions for Lego Star Wars. I cover all that in the last Lego video, so go check that out. We're getting Star Wars Celebration, right? Well, they're probably going to be announcing stuff for May 4th, right? We know Tales of the Underworld coming out May 4th. All these different things get me excited. So with all that being said, that's really it for today's stream. Athlon will be back next week. Get the duo back and spit some facts, shoot the crap. And yeah, that's really it. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that follow, download, share. If you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And we'll be back again here next week around 6 p.m. Thursday. And we'll see you guys then. See you.